Hello my divination darlings, welcome back to another video. If you are new here, welcome to the video and welcome to the channel. My name is VdLF and bienvenue chez moi, le salon de divination de VdLF. And yeah, today's video is Q&A part 2. If you have not watched part 1, I will probably link it in this video in the description, so go check it out to get caught up to speed. Otherwise, you know, like I said, if you are new to the channel, welcome. I offer a variety of divination products, services and readings for my non-members on my Buy Me a Coffee page, which the link can be found on the web. Everything can be found there, but for my non-members, a single reading costs £5, and for my members, you guys know that you get a lot more for a lot less. So if you're interested in paying a lot less for a lot more, go check out the memberships. We've got monthly, weekly readings, you know, a lot like readings packages, learning material, all that kind of jazz. So without further ado, if you're interested, of course, like I said, link in the description, my Buy Me a Coffee page. If you're going to buy a reading from me, like a one-off reading, and you are a new customer, please make sure to message me first directly using my Buy Me a Coffee page. There should be an option somewhere there to direct message me. That's so we can avoid any unnecessary refunds in the case I cannot do your topic and stuff like that. So like we avoid a case where you pay and then I say, oh, I can't actually do this because I don't like this topic, and then you're like, oh, I want my money back, and then that creates a whole thing. So to prevent that, just message me first. I will check if I can do your topic and your question, whatever else, and then we can go through with the payment or not. But other than that, let's go to part 2 of the Q&A. So my remaining questions are all from Eternalist. There'll be 4 today, so this video might be shorter, may not, but let's check it out. Let's get right into it. Question 5. What are some parts of your practice you do not really talk about? 2 things. One of the things I do kind of talk about, but I guess I don't really, well, I'm not like, okay, how do I say this? It's like this thing I do like talk about it, but not often, or rather I'm comfortable talking about it, but I just don't have anybody to speak about it with. It's very hard for me to say, I don't know why. Well, like, I haven't really eaten yet. I'm just, while I'm filming, my brunch is being made, so excuse me. I'm hangry and all over the place. But first thing is the concept of, do we have free will or do we not have free will? I'm not sharing my opinion on that. It is my thing. Even though I post publicly, not all my opinions have to be public. Deal with it. If somebody has a problem with it, deal with it. Because I just feel like so many people get offended for no reason. Like, if somebody doesn't believe in free will, doesn't mean that they're gonna go in your house at 3 a.m. and try to stab you or do juju to you. No. There's also, apart from the spiritual side, there are scientific arguments for free will or no free will. So yeah, I just refuse to talk about free will because people can be stupid when it comes to it. So what else? Another thing that I tend not to really talk about is curses. However, I am of the side that yes, curses are permissible. I've done curses, I believe like 2 or 3, and they've gone really, really well. Because there are some cases, well, firstly, I view curses as a way to release all your anger and send it back to the person who did you a big, big wrong, right? And there are some cases where with that view that I have, yes, I believe curses are permissible. Because, and I remember this was an actual case, and I was talking to this girl. She had been assaulted, R-worded, I think, by somebody she knew, and she wanted to curse them. And I'm like, go right ahead. Because in my opinion, if you assault someone, sexually assault someone, then like there is no excuse. You deserve whatever you get, you know? So by all means, if that is what's going to make them feel better, then by all means they should be able to do that, you know? Because there's some things that are just not excusable, point blank period. And SA and R word are just one of those things. I'm saying R word because I just don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. Unfortunately, it's one of those words where you have to censor it. I'm like, anyway, so yeah, the curse thing. If you have a problem with curses, guess what? Not everything in this world is white or black. It's very gray, okay? So suck it up and deal with it. I don't care. Next question. How do you manage imposter syndrome? I don't really get it that often. I guess because I feel very comfortable, like I said, in what I'm doing. I love my divination. I love helping people. It makes me feel relaxed. As occupation, it makes me feel very relaxed, and I think that's a very good thing. I'm very blessed with that. So yeah, I don't really get that, but I understand sometimes there's different ways to read. I think I mentioned this in the previous video. I may have. Like there's different ways to read tarot. There's different types of tarot decks. For me, when it comes to tarot, I just pick a deck and I do my thing. I haven't really cared for specific styles of reading. And sometimes me not knowing much about that tends to make me be like, oh, do I really have the expertise to be talking about this? I do. It's just a preference at the end of the day. So I just remind myself of that when I feel like I'm out of my depth, but I am in my depth, so I'm fine. But yeah, just a tip for that is to just remind yourself of the good, I guess. 1 second, my freaking oven is going off. We're back. Just want to burn the house down because, like I said, I was making my brunch while filming. But anyway, yeah, when it comes to imposter syndrome, I don't really get it, just because, like I said, I feel relaxed and at peace with this job. So yeah, I don't get it. I feel that's like so, because it really does make me feel really nice. I'm really happy with that. That I can feel, like I said, relaxed and chill with my job. That's what I want. And yeah, like I said, a tip that I use is just remind yourself of all the good things you've done, all the positive things you've done with this, what your occupation is. I'm assuming that, you know, you're asking because of maybe you had a bit of imposter syndrome. But how I deal with it, I can't say I have imposter syndrome because I don't know the diagnosis behind it, so I don't want to speak on it too much. But like I said, my, I guess, tip for dealing with those things of, oh, what if I'm this fraud, is to just remind yourself of the good things you've done. Because let me tell you, frauds don't do good things. Their net overall, like, if it's positive or negative, it's gonna be negative all the time. But in my case, I've done so much good that I know I'm not a fraud. I ain't no scammer. I got it, so I'm fine. Alright, next question. What are some of your weaknesses you wish to work on? This one. When I have to delay readings. Because some of you guys know, if you are a recurring customer and a returning customer, that sometimes they'll book a reading with me and I'll say, oh, you know, can we move it to tomorrow, or can we move it to the next day? And I just don't like when I do that. But the reason I do that is because how I used to do my readings was that I would do all my studying, and then at like between 6 and 9 o'clock in the night, I would get to the readings. But by then, all my energy was spent on studying. So I would be exhausted. I finished my studying thinking, you know, I can relax. Oh, I gotta do readings. And that shouldn't be your attitude. When you have to do reading, your attitude shouldn't be, ugh, you know? And I hated that. But now that I'm really putting all my effort into this and really taking it super, super seriously and not just a hobby, yeah, I'm gonna be prioritizing my readings a lot more. It will be on time. So I will be working on that weakness of delaying things. Yeah, because you guys need to get what you paid for. But there will be times when I delay, maybe because I've had a bad day. And genuinely, I'm not in the correct mindset to do a reading. But I don't like delaying because my energy was put towards studying, and then I don't have anything left over when I promised that it would be done on that day. I just don't like that. You know, that attitude where I'm finally done, but ugh, I gotta do this. I never want to treat my readings that way, like, ugh, I gotta do this reading for this person. Like, I don't like that. So that is one of my weaknesses, delays, but I am continuously working on that. Last question. What made you interested in content creation and entrepreneurship? I guess because I can just be me, and I can, like I said in the previous video, use my natural as is skills, competencies and talents. and I can just literally be me. I don't have to worry about representing another company or another corporation or whatever. I'm just me, literally just me, and I have fun talking about divination and just doing the things that I love, I guess. I just have a lot of fun, basically. And it makes me feel secure. It makes me feel like I have something to do away from my studies. Yeah, I guess, also in a day and age where a lot of the time we're consuming more than we are creating, I feel like entrepreneurship and myself creating the content instead is a very good de-stressor for my mind, my body. It just helps me feel a lot better about myself, and it's helped me realize, again, also like I mentioned in my previous video, that I can contribute to the world and society just as I am now. I don't gotta wait and take whatever courses with however much money they cost. I can just get straight into it. So yeah, I guess that's it. And I also like having more control. Even when I'm doing my current studies, I'm completely homeschooled in that regard. I do my courses at home right now. So even then, that is fully in my control, fully my responsibility. But entrepreneurship allows me to take that, being in control, it being my responsibility, but puts more joy into it, So I guess that's it. Having fun, being me, being able to contribute as I am, and also just feel so at peace because I know that what I'm putting out is 100% me, about me. I don't have to fake anything. So that's me. Yeah. All right. And that is all the questions we have for today. What else? What do I want to say? Yeah, that's all the questions. So, like I said, my schedule will be every 2 days. I'll be posting a video. So I am filming this on Monday. A video comes out tomorrow. I think QnA part 1 comes out tomorrow. And then you'll see this on Thursday. Yeah. That should be all then. And like I said, if you want to book a reading with me, if you want to check out my other divination services or my products, then go to the link in the description to my Buy Me a Coffee page. There you could see absolutely everything, the memberships and such. Remember, a one-off reading, so non-members pay £5 for a single one-off reading. And like I said, before you purchase that, please message me directly, because then that prevents situations where unnecessary refunds needs to happen. I can just check if I'm comfortable with your topic and your question, and we can organize a date to get you booked. Booking availability, you're seeing this on Thursday, so booking availability should be up on Monday. I will post it, like I said, in my community post in YouTube, on my YouTube community, and or post feed, whatever it's called, and in my Buy Me a Coffee website. So with all that said, have a lovely day and au revoir.